Hello IT Pros, and welcome back to my IT workshop. This is Alvendril, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get a specific part of a string that is useful to you. Alright, so for that end, this is my desktop computer. This is a Windows 10, and the icons are a little bigger so you can see it better. So I have my IDE here, the regular one. You can use anything that you may like, it's going to work the same. And I'm going to open a CMD, and I'm going to issue the command whoami. Okay, and I press enter. So what this command does is going to give you back the name of the computer. In this case, the name for my computer is this computer. Yes, very creative. And the username is this one, Alvendril, just like me. Okay, so let's say you have this string. It can be any other string. I'm just going to use this one. So I'm going to create a variable called string. You can call it anything that you may like. Just make sure you don't call it a string with S, with a lowercase s, because I believe that's a reserved word, if I remember correctly. So we're going to call it string with capital S. So as you can see here, everything that I put between quotation marks is going to be a string, right? So we have that, and what we need for this example is only the username. So I only care about Alvendril, the username. I'm not interested in this computer, all right? So what's common here in this string is that we have this separator, which is a backward slash. So this separator can be anything. Can be like this, can be a dot, can be a comma, can be a space, can be anything, can be like this. Doesn't really make a difference, okay? In this case, it's a backward slash. But I know it's going to give us a problem because that's kind of a reserve symbol in Python or something like that. We can work around that, but explaining that's going to be more complicated, and we don't need that. So I'm going to replace it by just this, okay? But the concept is the same. So we have this. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a loop. For letter in a string, what's going to happen? If letter is equal to this symbol, I want, oh, I forgot the double dot. Okay, it's what's going to happen. What we need to do is we need to go through every single letter in this string until we find this guy over here. Okay, once we find this guy, we do something. So we need to know the position in the string of this symbol. So in strings and lists, every single letter has an index value, okay? It's called index. And programming languages, computers really normally start counting at 0. We humans start to count at 1, but computers normally start to count at 0. So in this case, the index value of T is going to be 0. The index value of H, 1, I, 2, S, 3, and so on and so forth until L, okay? So we're doing that. We need a counter. So I'm going to create a variable counter. It's just a name. And if the letter is equal to the symbol over here, we want to save that value. So I'm going to create just a variable called C is equal to counter. We don't really need the variable C because we have counter, but this is assigning, creating the variable C makes it more understandable in my opinion. So after that, we're going to increase counter by 1. This is one way to do it. The other is counter plus 1, okay? Any of those is going to work. So we are going to print C, print capital C. So what we are doing here, we have this string, this computer Alvendril, and we need to retrieve only Alvendril, but we cannot do that. We need to know some separator. We need something. In this case, for this example, that something is this symbol here, this character. So we go for letters. This is also a variable, can be anything. For every letter, we have all these letters in a string. This is the string, which is a variable. If the letter or character is equal to this symbol, you're going to say, okay, save that position in variable C. And then we continue increasing the variable. So let's do it for the first one, for letter T. So for letters in a string, if T is equal to this symbol, which is not, nothing happens. This is not done because it does not match the condition, and it goes and increase number 1. So it's going to do the same until it reaches this symbol. So when it reaches this symbol, it's going to say, for letter in a string, if this symbol is equal to this symbol, which is true, we're going to save that position, that number, because don't forget, counter is increasing for every single letter. And then we are going to print C. So let's see what happens. Run module, I'm going to save it. Let me bring it from the other screen. And it looks like this. It's giving us the value of 12. So we're going to count it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's correct. The index value, the position in the string for this symbol is number 12. So knowing that, I'm going to create another variable called what I need. This is just a variable, and I'm going to say that a string, I want to print it from C to the end. Okay, so I'm grabbing number 12 to the end. So what's going to happen? Let's see. Oh, I did. I didn't. I'm not printing anything. So what to print? We come here, we save it again, and run. So as you can see, it's giving me what I need, Alvendril, but it's giving us also the symbol, and we don't need the symbol. So that's why. So it's printing from here to the end. That's why we need to add 1. And we run it again, we save it, and now it's giving us only the username that we need. Why is that? Because when, you know, C is 12, we know that, and this is 12. So it's going to print from here to here. So when we say print starting at C plus 1, is C 12 plus 1. So it's going to start from here, and it's not going to include the symbol. Okay, so let's do one more thing. What if I need this computer as well, the name of the computer? So we can do something like we have done a few seconds ago. I'm going to create another variable, what I need to, and this one is going to be almost the same. So it's going to be from 0 to 12. Okay, you don't really need the 0. It's kind of obvious. That's why here after this we didn't put the last number, the last index, because we don't know it. We just put like blank, nothing, and the computer knows that it has to print until the end. And the same goes the other way around. If we don't type any number here, it's going to say, okay, you didn't type anything, so that means it's from the beginning until 12. So we're going to print the same over here, and what I need to. So I save it, I run it, and as you can see here, it's printing this computer. Okay, so you may say, but we are selecting until 12, and 12 is this one. Why is not printing the symbol? And the reason is because Python, when you give it the last, let's say the limit, it's going to do always one less. So in other words, this function is printing from the beginning, from T to 12 minus 1, which is R. It's just the way it is. For example, if you were to need that symbol, you say from 12 plus 1, which is obviously it's going to be 13, but I'm just showing you, so it's going to print that. Okay, but of course we don't need that. So the next concept is the same for lists. So I'm going to do a video about that in the future. Maybe now you want to watch these 2 videos. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any other comment or questions, leave it in the comment section below. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video.